When my close friends were getting great job offers of flying to Europe and America for higher studies, I was still struggling. They would talk about workplaces, jobs, salaries, or about Europe, Cambridge, Oxford, Harvard, and I found myself growing more and more confused. I started avoiding them. I kept wondering how come everyone's life seemed so perfect, so settled, so smooth. They were getting so much exposure and so many opportunities while nothing good seemed to be happening to me. What's wrong with me? Friends, today I want to share an important life lesson I learned the hard way, very, very hard way during my younger days. A lesson that completely changed my outlook and philosophy of life. Welcome to my channel, Brainview. Please subscribe to channel for true life lessons. It's all about our behavior, habits, and self-development. I have had my share of achievements and downfalls. There were phases when everything around me looked fine from outside, but inside I felt lost. I felt uncertain about who I was becoming or where I was headed. I have passed months clueless. I couldn't understand why I was not satisfied with my activities. I had spent sleepless nights asking myself, what is the purpose of my life? These dilemmas and confusions are solely yours, not shareable with anyone. Even your parents and siblings will not understand these kinds of inner turmoil. It's strange, isn't it? You can be surrounded by people and still feel completely alone. For a long time, I kept comparing my journey with others. When someone succeeded, I would smile for them. I would clap for them. But a small voice inside whispered, why not me? Why am I getting rejections after rejections? Why am I not as lucky as they are? When someone's life looked perfect, I would start questioning my own. It wasn't jealousy, it was frustration, a quiet pain that came from feeling stuck while the world seemed to move ahead. And then one day it hit me. Maybe the problem wasn't that I was behind. Maybe I was just not aligned. Maybe my thoughts and activities are scattered. I was referring others. I was comparing my career with others. I began asking myself different questions. Not why is this happening to me, but what is this trying to teach me? Where am I lacking? Slowly I understood that life does not delay blessings. It prepares you to receive them. The things I once thought as rejections were actually redirections. I realized I had spent years trying to control outcomes, chase validation, and seek approval from people who were too busy doing the same in their own lives. That's when I started shifting inward. Instead of running toward the next achievement, I began observing what was already within me. My fears, my patterns, my tendencies to overthink, to please, to doubt myself. Healing wasn't sudden, it was uncomfortable. Some days I felt strong. Other days I questioned everything again. But somewhere in that chaos, I started finding peace. I learned that peace does not come from having a perfect life. It comes from making peace with your imperfect one. And purpose, it's not something you find one morning. It unfolds through every experience that shapes you. I realized finding purpose is a process. You have to delve deep into yourself. You have to ask yourself questions. Purpose will never get a shape if you are busy seeking validation, if you are busy cursing your luck and finding others lucky. Today, when I look back, I see that every delay had a reason. I realized that most of the time failure I had suffered were due to my shortcomings. I was habitually finding errors in system but never looked into them. I was giving up too early, considering myself that it's not meant for me. I was listening to others' opinions and judgments, and most of the time they were discouraging me. Life was not punishing me, it was preparing me, it was teaching me. Now, when I see others achieving something, I don't question why it's not happening to me. I bless them genuinely because I have learned that someone else's success does not delay mine. It's their path. Their journey is theirs and mine is mine. You know, it's funny. Once I stopped chasing others' timelines and started trusting my own rhythm, things began to fall into places. Not perfectly, not instantly, but beautifully. If there is one thing I have learned, it's this. When you stop comparing and start aligning, life begins to flow differently. So, wherever you are in your journey, if it feels slow, uncertain, or confusing, trust that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. It feels slow, uncertain, and confusing because you are comparing your life or career with others. You are constantly seeking external validation. Every chapter has its purpose. Every pause in your life has its reason. The moment you begin focusing on your own path instead of everyone else's, your energy returns to you. And when your energy is back, you stop surviving and start living. Maybe life is not about reaching somewhere. Maybe it's about becoming someone calmer, more aware, more at peace with themselves. And I guess that's what this journey has been about for me. Not about achieving everything, but about understanding myself deeply enough to say, I am not in a race, I am in a process. And that process is solely designed for me. So, if you are listening to this today, remember, you don't need to have everything figured out. Just stay patient, stay honest to yourself, and most importantly, live life with a greater and bigger purpose. Thank you very much for being with me. Please like, share, and comment. Thank you very much.